clip here from the Rubin Report covering Caleb Hammer of the Financial Audit. He sat down with a liberal Gen Z couple to do an audit on their finances, which I'm sure they don't have a lot of because they want the government to take care of them and they probably don't have any sort of real jobs. So let's take a listen and just see how pathetic the Gen Z mindset, truly is these days.
Political, like
you're a year in.
I
think both sides are evil for politics. Like no matter what.
That's true. I'm honestly kind of with him on that point. Like it's all just bad. Like I don't.
Extremism is bad, but even still,
it's just bad.
Huh?
It's all just bad. Like I agree that like the three-letter agencies aren't great. I don't think the government really is out to help the common man. I think it's out to help billionaires get richer. Like I agree.
Hey,
with
we
him
have the
to
most
that.
progressive income tax system in the entire Western world, to be clear. Federal.
Okay, why is it not helping
better.
me? Why is the system not?
That right there. Why is it not helping me? Why is the system not helping me? Even back when I was in this age range and I wasn't necessarily very grounded in my political beliefs, but I can tell you I didn't identify as a Republican. I was dabbling in libertarianism and some socialist ideals and so on and so forth. I never have been one of those people that thought I should get stuff for free. Props to my upbringing. I've always been a very hard worker, much to my own detriment, and believed that you got to work for what you want, right? Are you going to sit and complain about the game, or are you going to play the game so you can win? That's really what it boils down to. But let's see what else these two have to say.
Anybody I know.
System.
Why is
Go get a better job. That's your choice to get the education you wanted.
Yeah.
What did you get? What was your degree?
I got an associate's in marketing.
And
which you definitely don't need a degree to get into marketing these days.
That's the system's fault that you decided to get an associate's in marketing? That's an interesting choice. You have a little bit of agency. I'll agree there's some...
With her, it sounds like she's not even willing to take responsibility for that. It sounds like her belief is no matter what your degree is, whether it's in pottery or archaeology or you're going to be an anesthesiologist, you should have all of the same handouts and the same salary and the same everything in life. I'm making an assumption here, but I think that's what's going on in that cute little noggin of hers.
Interesting things. That like segregation stuff, not good. Government system, bad, not good. You're in a position where you can pretty much do anything and everything. You have agency. I don't want to hear the system doesn't help you. Yes, in our capitalism where our stock market is the best in the world, people get very wealthy with their unrealized gains. That is true in the ownership of companies that they start or invest in. That is very true. But also the median American has more disposable income than any other Western country. That means after all the necessary expenses, essentially healthcare, all that good stuff. Okay. Disposable income. You got it all. The system didn't prevent you from getting a bachelor degree. The system didn't tell you have to go work in card games.
Card games? So it sounds like she plays or works for some sort of card game company situation. The infantilization of these generations is another topic for another time, but he's spot on. And yes, there's a ton of things in this country right now that we can complain about that we're struggling with. But when it comes to finances, you have so much power to create as much wealth as you want in this country. It's disgusting, right? We have so much available to us. So many opportunities, so many loopholes, so many strategies, so many everything. And then you've got Nitwit 1 and Nitwit 2 sitting here whining and complaining that they, are in debt Again, nobody told her to go get an associate's in marketing. She got college. College is a scam, but again, another topic for another time. She and also, I don't want to say that her degree is necessarily worthless, but it's a matter of what you do with it. What are you doing with that time that you spent getting all that education? What kind of jobs are you applying for? What are you doing as a side hustle? How are you marketing? How are you marketing yourself to make the most out of the opportunities you have in life? What side businesses are you going to start? How are you investing? What are you doing with every paycheck? Clearly, these two, for example, they love their tattoos. Do you know how expensive tattoos are now these days? Sadly, I'm ashamed to say, I do have a tattoo or two. And they were pricey back when I got them, but I've had friends who've gotten them more recently, and pricey, right? If she's worried about not being taken care of, why aren't you taking care of yourself? Taking responsibility. But that's how most young people are, right? But do they have to be that way?
System help you? What do you mean? You don't contribute. You don't contribute. If we're just being honest, system, if we're just being honest, you do not contribute to the tax.
At least I pay my taxes.
No, that's what I was saying. You don't contribute to the tax system in this country.
No.
You're part of the lower 50%, which is not a bad thing. That's not a shameful thing. But the lower 50% that contribute less than 1% of all net federal income taxes in the country. 50% contribute less than 1. We have the most progressive income tax system. How do all the European countries pay for all the good stuff? VAT taxes, sales taxes, natural sales taxes. That's a flat tax. That hurts people like
taxes.
You. Okay, that's how they pay for the good stuff. Federal income tax. We have we have the most progressive Western income tax. Okay, so system not helping you. We barely ask for you to do anything. You pay such a minuscule percentage, and what degree you decided to get was on you. You're going to make me sound like the most right-winger in the world talking about this, but you're just so beyond victim mindseted in this. When I heard the system, why did the system help me?
I don't think
that's just the most backwards thoughts.
I'm not blaming
you just
the
asked
government.
why wasn't the system helping me?
Why, not me specifically. Why are they not helping anybody?
What do you mean not helping anyone? 50% of our literal federal expenditures in this country go to social programs. 50%.
Okay, let's
50%. Not helping anyone? 50%.
All right. I won't make the obvious comments that guy looks like a edgy hobbit and the other one has strange. All right, doesn't matter about that. The point of showing you that is that there's this certain type of young person, and you can't blame them, that's kind of black-pilled about everything. And then when you explain to them, like, because they want the government to do more for them. And of course, that's not what the government, certainly not what the founders set the government up to do. The government was founded to keep itself off your back, to protect your natural rights, which are God-given and then enshrined in the Constitution and in the Bill of Rights. But these young people are so confused about things. They think the government is supposed to exist to take from some and give to them. And then, of course, they're blackpilled. They don't like any of the agencies or whatever. And we can all have our criticisms of all of these things, of course, but they're just kind of confused as to what the issues are. So I thought it was quite good there when he basically is like, well, we do have the most progressive tax system in the West. And then maybe it lights a little flicker in them, like,
yeah, I'm going to cut off Mr. Rubin right there, but you can see her mind kind of being like, not computing, and I guarantee, well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't watched the episode of the financial audit, but I could venture to guess that the two of them drive home in their little Subaru or their old school Volkswagen or something, still complaining, still not willing to say, I didn't actually know that. Maybe I should look into that further. Still not willing to make some sort of change in their logic. Why? Because herd mentality. They don't want to be far removed from the individuals that they surround themselves from. They want to feel like they belong, like they're connected to the majority, which is that same low-level peasant type thinking that perpetuates this victim mentality, this gimme, 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 gimme. I want. Take care of me, take care of me, take care of me, take care of me. Pacify me. Give me my blanket so I don't have to do anything. I love that he used the word agency, because she does. We do. We have agency, and our government was created to protect our freedoms so we can do what we want with them. Right? And I hope that those two wake up someday, just like I woke up someday. Again, I never was looking for free handouts, but I did question our democracy. I did at one point swing a little too far over to the left, let me admit it, and not understand why things are set up the way they are, and how to use it to my best advantage, right? So hopefully, again, these two start to think wisely. People think like this when they don't have long-term goals. They don't have a very concrete vision for who and what and where they want to be in 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. So they know what they're moving towards. They know what game they're playing, so then they can decide how they're going to play it. They're just like, oh, I can't buy Starbucks every day. I want more tattoos, but my cat needs surgery because it ate my weed. Right? Let me know in the comments below what you think about how young people view our government, why you think more of them don't understand the level of agency that they have. Is there anything we can do about that? Can we help them, or we just got to wait it out for them to come to their senses? Let me know again in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to me. Name is Jennifer Zero. I covering all sorts of things of this modern world that I don't agree with, and hopefully you feel the same way. So until next time, take care.